What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Shonen Showdown. I'm your host, Rob, and sitting to the right of me is...
Khalil Starling, anime enthusiast, and today we're talking about Black Clover, I believe.
Oh, okay, Black Clover. Let's get right into it. All right. We all know Asta. We all know Yuno. You know what I mean? We knew they grew up in the slums. We know this. But these two individuals are complete beasts, right?
Animals.
They are determined to become the next Wizard King. But right now, as of the previous episode we've all just seen, they are one person has passed the other. One's winning that race right now, and Khalil, let us know who is winning that race.
I don't see this. It's a tricky question because necessarily I think they're both way past where anybody thought they would be at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And to say one is in front of the other is kind of like minimizing the other one's journey. But if I had to choose between one, it would have to be Yuno. I'd have to say Yuno, me personally.
Are you sure about that?
I'm positive.
Okay. All right. You're absolutely wrong. Actually, the person is actually Asta. But before I tell you guys why it is Asta, Khalil, let us know why you think it is Yuno. Even though that's wrong, let the people know.
First of all, I'm right. But where do I even begin? It's just... Asta's doing this thing, don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I believe that the last episode I seen, he was able to bring... The Black Bulls are negative this whole time. And he was able to bring them 92 stars or something crazy.
Yes.
90 stars. But his team got 120 something?
They're sitting at 125.
Yeah, so it's just like... But that, that's a team thing. But more so with Yuno specifically... Yuno's just naturally more talented than Asta. Like, it's nothing like Asta's a hard worker, Yuno's a hard worker, but it's just like Asta just naturally, he's that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just had, and like, what's the little fairy thing that
Sylph, that wind spirit he has, yes.
I feel like that took him to another like level. Like, and every time, like, I was telling you this over, like, when we were debating it over the phone. Every time we see Asta's journey, we see his struggle, we see every dynamic and everything that he's gone through and everything in every episode. Like this whole, he's the protagonist, so obviously, we see it. But what gets me kind of wary about the show sometimes, like, we never see Yuno's journey. Like, he comes back and he's just strong. Like, he was already strong, but every 5 episodes he comes back even more strong, and it's just like. That's why I say Yuno for now, right, ahead of Asta, because it's just like you can he's still that foreshadowing even from the beginning where Asta's following Yuno, like he's following Yuno's steps, and it's like it's always been that way. And like even the last episode, like going up not the last episode, one of the couple previous ones, Yuno's the one flying through the volcano, and Asta's like Asta's still chasing Yuno, like
right.
Even when they got awarded like the
Rookie of the Year,
and all that stuff,
yeah.
Like Asta, Yuno still has that confidence. I feel like he sees Asta as like an equal, but in his head he feels like he's better, and I feel the same way too. But maybe.
Hey, listen, you brought up a lot of good points. But those same points you brought up are the reasons why I'm gonna use that against you. First of all, let's talk numbers. If you want to bring up numbers, Asta is the man. He's the man you want to count on because he's bringing Black Bulls from negative 51 stars all the way to 101 stars. This is not some regular stuff we're talking about. These are big numbers he's putting up.
That's a 160.
That is a big turnaround. Then we want to go into, he increased their numbers. He increased the Golden Dawn's numbers from 96 to 125 or whatever, which is cool for them. They got to keep their number one spot. But Asta is sitting at a 5-leaf grimoire, right? So now we know he has demon energy, right? Look what happened to Ladros. Come on, he got smoked. It was really, really bad for him. And then, even if we want to go into that, one of his swords can absorb abilities and repel them at the same time. What do you have for me? He's holding the swords that Leaked once held, the leader of the elves,
Asta,
who's now the leader of the Eye of the Midnight Sun.
I'm sorry for cutting you off, but Asta can't even control his own power yet.
Oh my goodness. We're not going to go into this.
He can't.
We're not going to go into this, bro.
Like, the last episode, he's still trying to figure out, how to, get that demon energy to go. Like, he can't just naturally do, he just does it. Like, that's what I mean. Like, it's just
he's talented.
Effortless. Like, it's really, bro, like he's really that guy. Like he's like a prodigy. Like he was a born prodigy. And I feel like for now it's still Yuno, but Asta, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Asta will get to a point where he might pass Yuno just because Asta's fire, passion, and desire to like be the best and to be the Wizard King.
Right.
It propels him. Like you see it in every battle that he's in. Like it's just like that fire, that will to be great and to like never give up and fight for the ones that he loves and to be the Wizard King and all that. But for now, like I feel like that was a question now. Like who knows ahead of right now?
Right.
Who knows ahead of Asta right now?
But that same fire you're bringing up, Khalil, I'm actually going to use that because what have we seen from Asta that we haven't seen from Yuno? And that's his ability to push others, right?
We don't know that though.
What do you mean? Every one of the Black Bulls got better, got new abilities because they were inspired by Asta's determination. You have people in the Diamond Kingdom literally switching teams mid-battle like Mars because they see Asta and they're like, man, this dude is next level. And I think even Julius sees that, which is why he made this whole Royal Knight competition because he wants to see Asta, all as well as he also wants to see but he wants to see Asta basically in a position where he has a teammate that he doesn't really even want to be with and how he will coexist and how they'll grow together. And we've seen it. Yami trusts him. I don't think I've ever seen Yuno in a battle with his own captain in his guild, but Yami was a person that literally had Asta fighting with him already in one of his first earliest battles. Like this is crazy right now. You know what I mean? Like he learned ki.
That's a great point. That's a great point. But that goes back to my original point where it's just like we see every specific and every minor detail when it comes to Asta. Whether the people he affects, how they internalize what he does. Like we've all seen Asta transform. He's kind of like Goku in a sense, where it's just like everybody. He makes other people want to be better versions of themselves because he works so hard and like he's just himself. Like you know what I'm saying? He doesn't. But you don't see that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's just kind of like. We don't know who he's affecting, like how he's in, like it's kind of like people. I feel like he affects people in another way, where people realize he's so great. It's kind of like I don't even know the words to say. It's kind of like, it's kind of just like you're kind of like watching, like it's not really much to say. It's self-explanatory in a sense. Right. It's just like he's great. Where Asta, everybody, he has no magic, so nobody takes him serious from the get-go. It's kind of like everything is a surprise when he does something because he's not supposed to be there in the first place. So the fact that he even was a Magic Knight is a miracle, but the fact that he's Rookie of the Year, getting all these stars for his team, he's a prodigy in his own right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like he's doing his own thing, but it's just like
elite, man. He is elite.
It's just two different feelings. Like it's kind of like the underdog, and then. The prodigy, like I'm saying, like the one who's destined for great, like people. Not saying because people, where are they from again? Like
they're from like Hage Village, I think it is. I think that's a name like that. Eating potatoes.
I bet those things are trash. But yeah, they're from both of them. Like their stories are crazy because nobody expected people from poverty and like everything that they come from, lower class people. You also see like the the classes and like. I think that's the dynamic that the show brings into it too. Like it shows like real life stuff that you see in real life society, But it's,
right.
But it's just like their story in itself is like amazing, but it's just like it's two different feelings. They're like people off rip. When you see he's great. Like it's like no question. It's kind of like okay,
exactly.
He's the one where it's like Asta,
calm, collected,
sleep. Like you know what I'm saying. Like you kind of like turn a blind eye to him until like he does something crazy. And he forces you to respect him. Like he'll literally like beat you to a pulp where it's just like, all right. He got it, you know what I'm saying?
And let me piggyback off that point. We remember when Asta and Yuno were personally invited to the the castle by Julius himself, right? Mm-hmm. Let's talk about who was in that room. You had so many different captains. You had so many different top tier people. You had the Vermilion family, and you had the Silver family. And you saw how they were trying to disrespect Noel. Who was the first person that made sure his presence was felt? It was Asta. And Asta made sure everyone in the room knew who he was. He didn't care what power level you were, what ranking you had from Julius. He wanted all the smoke. And we also saw, I'm not gonna discredit Yuno here too, because even though Asta was in that fight, we saw Yuno, he was going to go grab, he was in the process of grabbing his grimoire, because he was like, listen, if you guys hurt Asta, like, I'm destroying everything in here too. So we see that that dynamic between each other, where Yuno is a lot more calm and collected, but he's not afraid to stand up for who he loves and who he believes in as well. So
I hate comparing anime, but it's kind of just like Goku. I mean, Asta has like a Goku vibe towards him, and like it's weird. Not Vegeta. He has a Trunks aura to him. Like, it's just cool.
That's interesting.
He's like
that's
cool,
interesting.
like like everybody likes Yuno. You know what I'm saying? Like, not like in terms of personality, but just like his aura, like the presence that he feel. Like, he's just wavy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just cool. Like, he's a cool guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's powerful, like Trunks was. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
So it's kind of like, I feel like they both serve different purposes throughout the show and in their reality and in their, in the kingdom. So it's gonna be interesting to see how things turn out. Because I feel like I was talking to somebody about this the other day. Like, we're still in the beginning stages. You know what I'm saying? Like, these
very early. They're
still kids. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if the show is gonna drag out to a point where we see where they're captains, like they're the captains, like Yami's age and all that stuff. Do you think like it'll carry on, and how powerful they'll be, and like kind of like how, I don't know if you still keep up with Naruto, but Naruto's a grown man now. It's like, it's interesting to see the evolution of these characters. So I'm very interested to see. I don't even know like 16. 17?
Yeah, they're very young. I'm not the exact sure their age, but they're definitely very young. I want to say like 15 through 17, somewhere in that range.
Yeah, like, they haven't even touched their peak yet. I think like the Wizard King is old, surprisingly. Like, so it's kind of funny.
But it's scary what they're doing at this age. I mean, they are the stars of Golden Dawn and the Black Bulls. We cannot stress that enough. I mean, no matter who else is in there, they are the stars. They're making the most noise.
They're like They're the Luca of Black Clover. But yeah, can't wait.
Yeah, man. All right. So guys, let us know who you think is winning that race right now to be Wizard King down in the comment section below. You already know what's going on. I obviously have Asta because it definitely is Asta. I don't know what Khalil's talking about, but definitely let me know why I'm right. And with that, we're signing out. Peace.